Hello, everybody! Welcome one, welcome all, welcome everyone, including Sonic Chow. Or mostly Sonic Chow. Oh no, actually, Sonic Chow and Genji Guy. Wildcat, what's up? How's everybody doing? You enjoying the new Go events going on out there? There's been a lot happening in Pokemon lately. Also, let me just turn this down a bit. There we go. Bubble Buddy, what's up, man? How you been? Yeah, how's everyone doing? Are you doing good? You feeling fresh? You feeling ready to catch a shiny Heracross? I'm just saying it'd be really cool because tonight is my last stream for a little while. I know it already seems like I've been very absent with streams, which I totally own, and I totally have been messing up in terms of that. But there's good reason for it, and a lot of that reason all stems from I leave for Tokyo in 2 days, and I'm there for about 10 days. And by the time I get back and everything works out, the next time I stream, it'll probably be in November. So, like mid-November. So yeah, that's very exciting, but also a little scary. But I do promise, once that is all taken care of, once that is all remedied, and I can stop planning and stressing and figuring things out for that trip, I will be able to get back into this like more full-time again. I'll be able to do it on my time off. Yeah, I've just, man, I swear to God, the last 2 weeks have flown by. It's been this whole month really, but especially these last 2 weeks. So I apologize. I also got sick last week. I'm feeling a lot better. It's honestly a miracle, like the difference a week can make. But yeah, tomorrow's my last day at work, my last day here in Toronto, and then I take off for the beautiful Tokyo. And the weather's supposed to be actually really nice when we go too. So if that could stay as it's supposed to be, that would be awesome. But anyway, how's everybody else doing? I know I haven't seen you guys since last week. We are going to go to 5:50 today, so it is going to be shorter. But that's because I literally have a giant laundry list of things to do, including laundry. On a list over there before I can go. And we caught a Heracross first try. That's actually pretty incredible. Good omen. Good omen. I like it. Maybe it'll be shiny too. That'd be sick. But I hope you enjoy your vacation. Thank you. I think Melmetal is pretty cool. I actually agree. I think I wasn't completely in love with Meltan, but I also didn't mind it. But yeah, Melmetal is actually it's welcome. It's a nice welcome kind of Pokemon, in my opinion at least. I know some people are mad. Some people think it looks like a Reggie. But yeah. But yo, what's up, Totem Rotom? Exploring with R. How's it going, guys? Welcome, welcome. There's not much happening. No, I said there's a lot happening. I said there's a lot. Like, I feel like we have Gen 4 in Pokemon. We have Melmetal. We have the games coming out in, like, what, 2-3 weeks? No, like, Pokemon is kind of firing on all cylinders right now. It's like every day there's, like, a new big thing in the Pokemon world, it seems. It's crazy. Like, you know, Gen 4 is released. Oh, now there's Spiritomb. Now there's... I mean, wasn't it just yesterday that, like, Giratina and the Spiritomb, like, event happened? And now, it's like a day later, we're getting Melmetal stuff. I'm sure, like, tomorrow we'll probably get more stuff. There was also, like, a big Smash Bros. Leak. Please nobody spoil it, because, you know, we're all friends here, and some people don't like spoilers. But, like, there's been so much, like, Nintendo and, I mean, Pokemon specifically, but also just Nintendo in general news lately, whether it's legitimate or not. The reason why I got a Wii U, the Wii U shop channel, or the Wii shop channel is shutting down. So now is the time to get a Wii U if you want to transfer your Wii data. Oh, true. Huh. That's actually very smart. Meltan kind of a cutie. Yeah, like you know what? Honestly, Meltan and Melmetal, they kind of remind me of like the early like Gen 1 and 2 kind of designs. They're so simple and kind of so, I don't know, like just made, it feels like it was made by committee in a good way though, in a good way. Wherein like they took a bunch of ideas and they're like, how can we like recapture that like Gen 1 and 2 mythical design kind of thing? And obviously they kind of cheated a bit because we got, you know, both versions. We got the ultra cool type of like Mewtwo, like the legendary that's powerful. And then we also got like the cute little small creature that like, you know, which is like the Mew. My goodness, I just really hope they don't shiny lock Meltan in Pokemon Go. I really want to hunt it. I don't think they would, right? Like, yes, they've definitely shiny locked event Pokemon so far, if you consider the special research task Pokemon, so Celebi and Mew. But at the same time, those are fairly, like, recent things we've had. I mean, the Mew one's been around for a bit, but, yeah, Spiritomb, Celebi, like, they're locked for now, but I could see them eventually finding, like, a cool way to get shiny versions of that. I honestly thought when Mewtwo came to all raids, they'd make Mewtwo shiny, because, like, you can get shiny Kyogre, you can get shiny Groudon, like, it's not out of the realm of possibility to get a shiny, like, the shiny legendary birds. So yeah, but eventually I think we'll get Mew and Celebi. Mind you, they might be like, you might have to go to Pokemon Go Fest or something stupid like that, but I definitely think Meltan, you should be able to get the shiny. I hope so, at least. It'd be really lame if they just completely shiny locked you out of a Pokemon completely, right? Sometimes that happens, of course, but, like, yeah, it kind of suck a little bit. Actually, more and more that's been happening, because that was true unless you did the event for, like, the Tapus, and even the legendaries themselves couldn't be shiny in the last 2 gens, which really is unfortunate. Someone was selling the Smash Bros. Bundle on eBay. They later took it down. Yeah, I mean, that's not the only leak, though, Sonic Chow, but yeah, that is definitely something, which is crazy. Yo, what's up, Chris? How's it going? I had mixed thoughts when Meltan was first revealed. I think a lot of people did, though, because, like, it just seems so, I mean, and I don't use this word in the cliche that it's become now, but it seems so basic. Like, it seems so just non-creative in a way, but also in a weird way that kind of, like, gives it more of an identity. I don't know. I get why it's polarizing, and I definitely also, like, at first I was like, that can't be a real Pokemon. And slowly but surely, it's kind of grown on me. And now with Melmetal, I'm on board for it. I'm not saying it's my favorite mythical. You know what, though? Not gonna lie. Was not a huge fan of Gen 7's mythicals. I think Gen 7 killed it in pretty much every department. Zeraora, it's cool. Marshadow is probably my favorite of the 3. I'm really not a fan of Magearna, though. I think that's my least favorite. Also, okay, I was gonna say, have I been counting these? But I definitely have. I really wish Solgaleo and Lunala weren't shiny locked. A lot of people don't like Solgaleo and Lunala shinies, especially shiny Solgaleo, but I think they look great. They're just, like, very, I don't know, they change the colors in such a way. They're so deep and rich in colors that I think it throws people off a little bit. But, like, they don't look natural in a way, I think. But I agree with you. I actually think Solgaleo has a really cool one. I think Tapu Bulu has a fantastic... I mean, all the Tapus genuinely have phenomenal shinies, but I think Tapu Bulu is like, really solid. I love the color scheme on it. Mythicals are just movie promos now. Yeah, and the sad part is they have been for a while, but it's just weird when, like, sorry, I'm just taking my phone out here. It's just weird when the legendaries now are, like, locked for being shinies, at least. It's like they've used those as movie promos and you know, promos just in general to sell games or whatever it might be. But yeah, it feels like they've really leaned into, like, hey, let's use these rewards to get people to do something, instead of just, like, if someone wanted to shiny hunt it on their own, they can't do that anymore. You know, they have to wait for Game Freak to be like, all right, now's the time, right? And that part of it kind of sucks, because it's like, man, I would have loved on stream to do a big shiny Solgaleo hunt, or, you know, do a big, like, Tapu Bulu shiny hunt. Like, that would have been exciting. That would have been cool. And you can't. And mind you, I know they're not supposed to cater to, like, shiny hunt streamers and stuff like that. That's not what they're about. But I hate when they remove choice, I guess. And that's my one really big gripe with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee is just the fact that, like, there's no choice in if you can evolve them or not. Like, I get what they're going for, and I get why they've, like, chosen that path, but I also think it would have been good, even if it's at the beginning of the game, so you can't change your mind halfway through, you can't alter it, but, like, if it just says, do you want to evolve? And you know, keep Eevee to the first 3 evolutions, because we know it's only 151, but just the fact that they removed that choice, Pokemon is, like, it's a game designed by choice. Your team is not going to be the same as your friend's team. Your desires and what you want to get out of that world and that region probably differ from what, you know, 3 other people around you might want. And that's, like, the cool thing, is that you get to choose how you want to do your adventure. Mind you, weirdly, they've been going super linear in terms of, like, getting you from point A to point B lately as well, and they've always kind of been like that in a way. But still, it's just crazy to me how much they've just, like, removed choice slowly and slowly and slowly away from the player. And I think that's half the reason why these games are getting, like, whether people realize it or not, I think that's a big contributor to why Let's Go is kind of become controversial in a way. Like, it's weird, because I think everyone's just gonna love the game, enjoy it for what it is when it comes out, but the internet definitely is up in arms about some stuff right now regarding that game. And I just think it's unnecessary, but I get it. And I think a lot of it stems from, like I said, just like the lack of you get to decide and choose things on your own. It's kind of like you just get what you get. Every adventure is going to be fairly similar. And then it also seems like a huge promo to get people to play Pokemon Go more. So yeah, I don't know. And obviously this is just my opinion. I'm not claiming. Ah, did I leave my water behind? One sec. I'm just gonna grab my water here. I'll grab 2 just to be, because I have the end of one that's almost finished from work. And then I have another one here. All right, cool. Sorry about that, guys. I knew I must have forgotten something. And it was... Oh, nice, Miss Fur. Nice. How's it going, by the way? What game should I get for the Wii U? My console comes installed with Tropical Freeze. The games I do getting are Splatoon and Nintendo Land. What's a good... See, the thing is, most of the Wii U games have been ported to the Switch. So, like, pretty much any of the good ones that I can recommend to you, if you eventually, like, end up with a Switch, you'll probably... I don't know why I'm, like, caressing my water bottle here. But, yeah, you'll probably end up with those... Sorry. Like, just replaying those games. But, I mean, the best Wii U games, definitely Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze is up there. It wouldn't be awful if you've never played them to pick up Wind Waker HD or Twilight Princess HD. My vote would go to Wind Waker, but, like, also, you can't really go wrong. Like, Zelda games are very good. Even the worst Zelda games are really good. But, yeah, no, I think those are good because they're probably not going to remake them, you know what I mean? So if you missed out on those games during the GameCube era, and I think you can pick them up fairly cheap. At least Wind Waker, I know, went down to, like, 20 or 30 bucks. Because I picked it up because I was like, oh, geez. Also, Super Mario 3D World is another one that, like, I don't think they're going to remake it because, oh, that's not good. I'm having issues with my water bottles today. All right, there we go. But, yeah. Super Mario 3D World also never got remade. And I don't think it will, but, I mean, hey, if they're remaking new Super Mario Bros., anything is possible. Really, like anything could go. So yeah, I'm trying to get a Crew Brawler on Route 2 before I battle the first trial in my second Ultra Moon game. Can you wish me luck? Of course, Wildcat. I don't know how good it'll do you, because obviously, like, you know, I've been stuck on the same Pokemon for like a long time now. But I definitely give you as much luck as I have in me to give. But yeah, it's just gonna come down to the RNG gods, my friend. I've been wanting to play Wind Waker for so long. Yes. Wind Waker is fantastic then. I think that's the one, because it could be a while until we see a re-release again of that game, right? Whereas, if I told you, you know, like Mario Kart 8 is the best kart racing game probably ever made. Or like just racing game, in my opinion, ever made. But, at the same time, it's available on the Switch. So, I don't know if I should recommend it now, because you might eventually get a Switch, and then you might play it on that console instead, and then you're like, why did I get it for, you know, the lesser version, excuse me. But yeah, and just look into what they have available in their, like, selects program, and I bet you can find some really good stuff that way. Like, they'll have, you know, or Nintendo Classics, or whatever it's called, but yeah, like Wind Waker is in there for sure. Pikmin 3, I think, though I never really played the Pikmin games, honestly. I never really played them, so I can't make, like, a crazy claim. I hear Wonderful 101 is also fantastic. I've played a little bit of it. I've seen a lot of it, but I'm not, like, crazy familiar with it personally. No luck yet, then. Oh, Tuck. Floofenstein. Man, dude, we're not even 1/8 of the way to odds. We're not even one. Okay, I think we're over 1/16. But still. Yeah, we're not, and that's going to odds, right? So you got to consider, like, there's going to odds, and then sometimes it goes past odds. So yeah, if it's 1 in 8,000, we are not even close. But part of that's just because I've been slacking a little bit off stream as well. I mean, a lot off stream, but yeah. You can try getting Twilight Princess with the amiibo for Breath of the Wild. Is it like, I'm trying to think of something that's like fairly cheap, but also a really great game worth your time. That's more like what I'm aiming for here. But anyway, what's up, Greater Cloud? How's it going? And Espeon is dead. But yeah, it would be cool though if Heracross wanted to shine very early for me. That would be pretty dang cool if, you know, we got a shiny Heracross right before I went on my trip. It would make it hype, because it would mean when I come back we got like brand new, you know. RIP looks like, yeah, it is gonna take a very long time. It's across multiple generations. It's, yeah, Tuck, I don't know if you fully understand like what we're setting out to do here. I'll give you some of my call luck. I could definitely use that. I could definitely use some of that. But yeah, no, like, I've always said, I think if we could get it before 4,000, like half odds, that to me would be a, not just like a win, like a huge W. If we got it like before 1,000, that would be unbelievably lucky. Like, that would be insane. And it can happen. Like, it's definitely in the realm of possibility that any single one of these could be the one that we need. But so far it hasn't looked that way, I guess. Are you hoping for Gen 4 Remix? Yeah, now on the Switch. I think we'll probably get them in 2020 using the engine, whatever engine they're currently building for Gen 8. But I think that's good, because I think, like, you know, it'll have given those games a little bit more time. Hopefully we'll get, like, even better games as a result. And hopefully they keep them. My only fear would be now, like, they're like, hey, what if we took Gen 4, one of the darkest and, like, most difficult generations of them all. Not that, like, no Pokemon game's truly difficult for, like, the main game, but Gen 4 is up there in terms of Gen 4 and 5 are probably the most difficult of all of the Pokemon games. And, yeah, like, if they took that and they're like, you know what, Let's Go was a huge success, why don't we actually make Gen 4 Remix using the Let's Go engine, and make it, like, super fun for casual fans of the series. It'll be a great way to introduce. I don't think they would ever do that, but my goodness, is it scary that they could if they thought so. If they had, like, an accountant look at the numbers and it, like, worked out that way, I wouldn't put it past them, and, like, that's what's scary. But yeah, no, I hope we get it on the Gen 8 system. I imagine we'd have to. I don't think they'd stray that far, since, like, you know, this is the third time we're getting Gen 1 remakes. Or, sorry, second time remakes, but the third version of Gen 1, right? Third version of the Kanto region as the prime region. So it makes a little more sense that this would be in such a casual playstyle. Anyway, who knows it? Maybe Let's Go ends up being the most fun Pokemon games I've ever played. Like, just sheer, like, fun, enjoyment. Bright and colorful and easy enough to just, like, have a good time with, without feeling like, oh, and I gotta go to this gym, and oh, now I gotta, you know, stock up on these items, or I gotta, you know, grind. Like, maybe it'll just be fun and easy. I don't know. I have an idea of how long it's going to be, and even then I underestimate it. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Gen 4 is my fave gen. I'm basically Gen 1er, but Gen 4, to be honest. Yeah, hey, that's totally fair. Gen 4 is great. It's great, but I will say, it's not my personal favorite, but I love Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I love Gen 4 mechanically, but the actual, like, region of Sinnoh, and I love the characters. Like, there's a lot to love about Gen 4. And I do. I love a lot of it. But I also think that, like, there's also some pacing issues, and there's parts of Gen 4 that, like, I genuinely kind of despise, like Mount Coronet. Like, there's certain areas that I'm just like, I really dislike having to go through this specific part. Like, between the second and third gyms. And yo, we just got a new sub. Thank you, Ray. Oh, I'm not gonna read that out. But yeah, thanks for the sub. But yeah, no, just so yeah, Gen 4 is good. I like Gen 4, but it's definitely not, like, my favorite, I guess. What up, Katarina? Shiny Neoligo at 486 soft resets and Ultra Sun. Nice! Congratulations! It's awesome. Wow, that's actually very cool. Congrats. It's beautiful and very. It looks kind of like it's doused in butter. All right, I need to stop using Slam on Heracross as well. Otherwise, I could start running into issues. I do need to use Yawn though. Okay, Quagsire's gonna live. I believe we'll get a Feminine Grass starter, a Stealthy Fire starter, and a Bulky Water starter in Gen 8. Yeah, I guess that would make sense based on like the current trends, right? Because we had Fennekin and Delphox are definitely the more feminine, and they were fire, and then Primarina and Poplio were that but water. So yeah, that would make sense. Yawn. I just got a message from the seller on eBay that they meant to send it as expedited. You buy a lot of stuff off eBay, eh? I find you're always like dealing with some eBay sellers. It's very interesting. And anyway, we caught our Heracross. Now I'm gonna make it drowsy when it can't do anything. But hey, it's all good. We're living. Let's check. And still no shiny. Still not a shiny. There are some level spikes in Gen 4 as well. Absolutely. And there's also, that also exists in Gen 2, like, for the Elite Four specifically, I think. Like, Kanto, I forget if Victory Road is really bad. But definitely the Elite Four is, like, a huge level spike compared to where you're probably at if you've been, like, trying to spread the experience between your entire team. Which I think most people at this point, after a few Pokemon games, do attempt to do. But weirdly enough, I kind of find that beating the Gen 2 remakes sometimes is easier if you just have like an over-leveled Feraligatr, which shouldn't be the case. That's not a good thing to do, obviously, but like otherwise I find you end up having to grind a lot. I'm dressing up as Michael Myers this year for Halloween, like Austin Powers. That's awesome. Or are you gonna be Wayne's World Michael Myers or Shrek Michael Myers? That's another Mike Myers classic. You could be gold member. But anyway, we're actually going pretty quick today, all things considered. Also, you can see my Mimikyu tattoo because I'm wearing a t-shirt today. So it's been pretty cold here lately. Halloween is a week away. That is true. That is true. No, Michael Myers is a serial killer from the Halloween movie. I know. I'm just playing with you. Maybe just Michael Myers from Michael Myers, directed by Meyer Michaels. Wow, that sentence is mired in Michaels. Gen 4, I saw before, did not have level spikes. The levels were constant and fine. No, it definitely has like a few level spikes here and there. Gen 4 and 5 have some, well, 5 sort, yeah, no, 5 does a little bit as well. And it's not a bad thing. It's not an awful thing, trust me. I'm not hating on Gen 4. I'm just saying it has, every generation has flaws, by the way. Even like my favorites, like the Gen 2 remakes, Soul Silver and Heart Gold, still have like some parts that I'm not like crazy fond of. The one Rocket Base and Mahogany Town, the fact that you still need to use Flash for a lot of the caves is it's a little lame. It's a little lame. But even more importantly, the level of Pokemon selection, like, yeah, they made it a little bit better because of the Safari Zone out of Cianwood City, but like it still isn't really great. Like, you can't catch like a Houndour until, you know, you're already like halfway through Kanto, and that's true of a lot of Pokemon in that gen, and it's a shame because it's like, man, like there's 100 new Pokemon and you're only giving us like 50% of them for the region that they're supposed to be from. Like, why is Houndour only available in and you know, like Mystery Vist is another example of that. A lot of the dark types actually are only found in Kanto, which is kind of sad. Larvitar is in the Safari Zone, which makes it a little bit quicker. You can get it at least, but still, like, it kind of sucks that it's like that. And I get why they made it like that, but I think the remake should have like taken a little more liberties with that. if I have to be honest. But anyway. Hey, Adriel, what's up? It's going. Unfortunately, it's not going to be done before my trip. I can't put a time frame on it. Like, I want to make it good. I want to make it like as good as it can be. I've already made people wait so long that it's like, at this point, I would rather just like ensure, like, I'm not trying to hit a deadline, so I'm not going to cut any corners if possible. So yeah, but it is still going along. I hate to disappoint, of course, but like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, this whole month, and especially these last 2 weeks, have been like absolutely insane. I think it'll make more sense when like I'm back from Tokyo. Why? Like there's a lot of reasoning behind why this trip is so crazy, and it's just, yeah, and kind of a nightmare, and there's a lot of multi parts to it. But yeah, once it's complete, and it like, then I can really start focusing on this stuff again, like YouTube again. And like, because of the trip, I've been having to stay late after work to get stuff done, because I have to get just as much stuff done in a very lesser amount of time, unfortunately. And yeah. Anyway, when Diamond and Pearl remakes do come out, a part of me wants to start with Piplup, but another wants to start with Turtwig. Well, you could technically start with both. I'm sure you could find a way if you really can't decide. Heart Gold Soul Silver had given us the Pogathlon. That is true. That is true. Crazy. Our lives are crazy. Well, just the last month especially has been not an easy one for a multitude of reasons. And like I've said before, some I can't get into. But yeah, it's not my place to talk about. But there's been stuff behind the scenes. But some of it you guys will know more about once I get back from Tokyo and I can like explain some stuff. And then other stuff will always remain under wraps. But just know that I wouldn't like cheat you guys if it wasn't like important for me to have to like not spend as much time on this stuff. Only Turtwig. Yeah, I will definitely. You know what? Honestly, I might pick Chimchar. It's been a long time since I picked Chimchar. Because I used a Piplup, I think. What did I use in my review? I don't even remember now. Jeez. I think it was a Turtwig. Yeah, it was. It was Turtwig. I definitely used Turtwig, but I've used Piplup before then for a different playthrough, but I haven't used Chimchar since I played Diamond in like 2008, I think. 2009, even maybe? I don't know. But it's been a long time. And Chimchar used to be my favorite of the Gen 4 starters. Now it is definitely Torterra is like one of my favorite. Torterra is my favorite starter Pokemon that isn't my first starter Pokemon. We need a 3DS Pokemon game with Pokemon walking. It would work with the Diamond Pearl remake well. We're definitely not getting a 3DS like Gen 4 remake, nor will we probably get another main series 3DS. Like the 3DS is definitely on its way out, unfortunately. I know the internet has like begged and pleaded for that not to happen, but like it's enjoyed a really long lifespan. It like came out in 2011. It's been out for 7 going on 8 years now. And you know, the Switch seems to be Nintendo's answer. Now, they're not completely shunning the 3DS. We've seen like Luigi's Mansion. They're not done with it yet completely, but I do think Pokemon's gonna, by the time it would make sense to put something like, because we already know 2019 we're getting a Switch game, right? So that means that by the earliest we'd probably get a 2020 game on the 3DS, and 2 years from now I can't see the 3DS still being that supported. I'm not buying a Switch. Well, maybe eventually, like, you know, hopefully there's a good bundle or a good deal or price on it or something, but it definitely seems Nintendo's like, they thought about it, and they're like, why are we splitting our IPs between 2 devices? Like, we're Sony and Microsoft, and yeah, I know the Vita's a thing, but it's not really a thing. Anyway, it's not a thing in the sense of, like, some IPs were only exclusive on the Vita and others on the PS3 or 4 or whatever. Where Nintendo, it's like, literally they have games like Animal Crossing and Pokemon and Fire Emblem that are basically staples of their handheld consoles. And then they have, or systems, and then they have their home consoles, which have, like, you know, your main Zelda, your main Mario. And yes, we get spin-offs of those games, and very good games on the 3DS, like A Link Between Worlds, 3D Mario Land. Like, there's definitely great stuff, but my point just is that they've kind of been splitting their IPs for a while, and I think this is finally them being like, you know what, the Wii U wasn't like that successful. We need to do something radical, and they're like, what if we just combined our IPs into one giant, like, crossover console? I guess it's like a handheld, but it's also like a home console. You can just play on your big screen TV if you want. Well, yeah, human Pokedex, but unfortunately, that is kind of the way that they have to run as a business, right? It's no different than why, you know, there's a new iPhone this isn't a new iPhone, by the way. This is like 2 years old, but there's a reason, you know, there's a new iPhone every year. There's a reason there's a new Madden or a COD every year, like you said. So yeah, I know it sucks sometimes, but like, it's the only way to like progress as well, right? I just don't like when it's so quick. Like, the Wii U into Switch, that was a very fast turnover, which I know why they did it again. Why, what the hell? Did I just use Yawn on Ampharos? Why would it? Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. That surprised me. I didn't know you could do that. But yeah, I don't think the 3DS is gonna die. It's my favorite system that's ever existed. People say, like, if you were on a desert island, you could have one system. It's the 3DS for me. It's got backwards compatibility with the DS. Even the newer models have that. It has just an incredible virtual console of games. Many classic or from like the NES kind of era. Or even SNES era in certain 3DSs, like new 3DSs and stuff. And then on, like, it also just has fantastic games on its own. Like, I think it's like the greatest system. And it's all handheld. It's great. It's got decent battery life. Not great, but like decent. Better than the Switch, that's for sure. So yeah, I don't want you to think I'm hating on the 3DS. I love my 3DS. I have like 5 3DSs, which I know sounds ridiculous, but it's sort of true. I think I have 4. No, I have 5. I have 5 3DSs. Like, and part of that's because of like what I do on YouTube and stuff here. And one of them is my brother's that I just have now because he doesn't really play it. But anyway, Torterra is probably my favorite quadruped and 3rd or 4th favorite grass starter. Nice. Yeah, it's up there for me as well. Obviously, I'm a big Torterra fan. And any other opinion is Torterrable. Oh, did I say opinion? I meant opinion. Oh. Anyway. But yeah, no, 3D, Nintendo's like, they're killing it. They're killing it, all right? Torterra's my favorite starter and I didn't know it was your favorite Pokemon. I think I knew it was your favorite starter, but I definitely did not know it was your favorite Pokemon. That's crazy. Can I get a Woomy in the chat? Woomy. I mean, you might be able to. At the very least, I think Tuck can give you a Woomy. Oh, got him with that pun. I don't want to hear again. I'm a big Samurott fan. Samurott's cool. I like Samurott. I used one in my Black and White playthrough. I had to, in my Black and White 2 playthrough, I'm using an Emboar. It's the last one that I really need to use and experience. It's the only one I had not up until I have now. I've beaten the game, and it's good. Emboar is, I'm surprised at how fast it is. I always expect it to be so much slower, and oftentimes it'll outspeed a lot of other Pokemon that are similarly leveled, and I would just assume have a better speed stat. That's my most surprising thing about Emboar. I wasn't expecting it to be so fast. Maybe I got a really speedy one. I don't know. I haven't checked the IVs really, but yeah, no, it's not as slow as I assumed based on like the girth of it, you know. My favorite Pokemon, really, Furret. Interesting. And thank you, Genji Guy, for the Woomy. Appreciate that. What's up, cheerleader? How's it going? How you doing? Okay, do not Thunder Wave an already paralyzed Pokemon. I used to dislike Emboar, but now I really like it. Yeah, it grew on me a little bit too. I'm not a huge Tepig guy, and I'm still not, but it grew on me to the point where I no longer, like, I don't know if it's my least favorite Pokemon. Like, they're all good. I think Prinplup has got to be my least favorite starter, probably at this point. Just because it feels so unnecessary and forgettable in, like, the worst way. It's like, Piplup is adorable, and Empoleon is cool. Like, it's not my favorite, but maybe that's why I say that about Prinplup, though. It's just because, like, it I'm not a huge Empoleon guy. I don't mind it, but like Piplup is adorable. Piplup's like an all-star of starters. Not one of my top 10 favorites, but definitely like I get the appeal. But yeah, like Prinplup and even Empoleon just but that's why I probably gotta I really gotta use Chimchar and Piplup again, I guess, through a Gen 4 playthrough. I've really only done like Torterra for my last like 3 playthroughs of like Sinnoh region games, which is bad. It's just I really love Torterra, so it's hard for me to pick anything else, but Absol is good. Least favorite Pokemon. Mine is Castform or Spinarak. Mine is probably Grumpig, I think. Grumpig or Finian from Gen 4. They just, and again, it's because I don't think of them. Now I will say, since I've been streaming, I think of them because I think of them as my like least favorite. So they maybe even gone slightly more up. But before I was streaming and had to answer that question a bunch, it was probably just them, based because I always forgot about them. I always forget about them, like that they're even Pokemon. They're not special. They're not spectacular, and like. I was about to say they don't look like Pokemon, but they do. They just like, they don't look like some of my more favorite Pokemon that I guess are like more circular in design. I guess Grumpig's kind of, I don't know what I'm talking about. The point is though, yeah. My least favorite Pokemon is anything that tries to hurt my burb. Wait, so Absol is your least favorite Pokemon? Or your favorite? Absol is, I like Absol. It's not, I'm not like as into it as I think a lot of people. My brother used to really like Absol. Also I just got an eyelash in my eye, sorry. But yeah, my brother used to really like Absol. But yeah, I didn't really get into it. I don't know. Alright, you were paralyzed. Wow, it's actually crazy. The stream's flying by. But it has been almost 40 minutes. Like, I planned on going about an hour today. So, it's all working out how it's supposed to. It's just crazy how fast this stream's been flying by. Good conversations today. I think the whole Meltan and Melmetal thing and just Go in general. Gen 4's out. I got a Giratina yesterday on my walk home from work. I wasn't even like planning on it. Just like walked home. There was a big crowd. I was like, oh, I wonder. Open my app. Sure enough, everyone was waiting for Giratina. So I literally had to wait 30 seconds or something, and then I was in the raid and I caught it. It took a lot though. Not gonna lie. Oh, wow. Alright. We critted. Did we catch the... We did! So now we get to check it out of the battle. Fun. But yeah, no, it's... I was lucky. I think my team had gym control, which helped, obviously. That was an extra ball. We also had the most people, and I also did, like, some damage, which ended up resulting in... a lot of balls, but I think I had 2 left when I finally caught it, and I basically hit it every time, but it kept breaking out and breaking out and breaking out, and I finally caught it. There's a bunch of Gen 4 near our house. Yeah, I mean, Gen 4 is like, they're really pushing Gen 4 right now. I think there's also like a candy bonus, so try to catch as many, especially the starters if you can find any. Like I found a Chimchar on my walk to work this morning, and that was awesome because I got like 12 candies after I used a berry on it, so... that's going to help get an Infernape, like, much faster. Absol's top 9. Nice. Melmetal is literally Meltan on Roid Rage. It's basically like, yeah, it's the Rock of Pokemon. If Incineroar's John Cena, then this is the Rock. I caught a lot of dark types on my walk to work. Nice. What are your team in Pokemon Go? Team Instinct. I am Valor. I am red. Red. It's kind of a theme for me. It's my favorite color. Weirdly, my favorite legendary bird is Articuno. So my least favorite legendary bird is Moltres. Also, super ironic, but unfortunate, but also again ironic, so I have, and I'm pulling it up here. I have, if you look, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you can see this. It's kind of hard. It's not really focusing. But, long story short, I have 150 Pokemon, like, for Gen 1, right? Oh, you can't see that. I'm literally scrolling through. I have 100... They're loading. But I have 150. The only Pokemon I do not have is Moltres. You can see it there. But, like, after Zapdos and before, I guess, it would be Dratini. But yeah, my pinky's kind of blocking it. But I'm missing Moltres. It's the only one I'm missing. I got all the exclusives. I got, like, everything hooked up. But I'm missing Moltres, and it's literally the first Pokemon I saw because it's, like, the emblem of the team I joined. So I'm on Valor, and I don't have a Moltres, but I have every other Gen 1 Pokemon. I'd say my least favorite would be Clink, Clank, Lying. It's actually the lowest effort garbage I've ever seen. They got outdone by car keys to me. Oh, wow. That's fighting words. No, I get that. To me, they just remind me of, like, they're like new Magneton, I guess. But, yeah. But I can understand why you might not like them. I don't mind them, though. I think they're actually a very strong electric type in that game, which is kind of useful, weirdly. I mean, I know a lot of people, like, default to, like, Galvantula, and, of course, like, one of the legendaries, Zekrom, is, like, a big electric type, but... yeah, I don't know. Like, I think I used them on one of my playthroughs. I can't remember which one, but they were pretty good, all things considered. Electros, though, my boy. I love Electros. Love it. Dollar Store Magneton. I did not say Dollar Store. I said new Magneton, but yes. I don't want, yeah. Oh, I gotta close this. I got, like, Pokemon Go open now. It's bad. Just to check my decks. But yeah, and also my Johto dex is pretty good as well. I am missing Miltank, though, which is, like, unfortunate, because it's not... like, I know it's kind of hard to find, but I wish it wasn't. Like, I know people have, like, multiples of them, and I'm just like, yeah, I can't find it. But, yeah, but everything else is pretty much, like, it's, like, unknown, or, I missed a lot... not a lot, but I don't have... I need Ho-Oh. I think Ho-Oh is the only... yeah. It's the only legendary I'm missing at this point. But I need Ho-Oh. I need Unknown. Anything else that they... Smeargle, because they haven't released Smeargle yet. Like, things like that, you know? Which gen tried to copy the most from other Pokemon games? That's a hard one to say, honestly. I think Gen 3 is probably the one... that was like, okay, we're rebooting. Like, it felt like a conscious, like, we're rebooting. Gen 5, of course, like, the whole, we're not going to use any other Pokemon, like, or any old Pokemon, rather. We're going to have 151, just like the originals. We're going to, like, they definitely played it very, hey, remember Gen 1? This is, like, a new version of that. But at the same time, Gen 5, the fact that they had no old Pokemon also, like, they're the least nostalgia-driven games, I guess. And they take a lot of risks, actually, with, like, the narrative and kind of just, like, how you go through it and play it. And, like, characters are fleshed out way more than any other game. And, yeah, there's, like, little side quests, like the Black and White 2, the Ghost Girl side quest with Lunella's wing. And it's, like, there's a lot to those games. Everything, like, the world is, like, the main character to me in that game, which is something different from most Pokemon games. But yeah, I just found out the most cursed image. I'm gonna put it in memes. Look at your own risk. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is it a picture of Roy Boy in his K-Rool suit doing a little jig? Because that was a pretty cursed image when I saw that. And it was in motion, which made it even worse. But yeah. Also, guys, yeah, this is crazy, but we only have 2 more encounters until the big 550. 2 more Heracrosses. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. It's flying by. But yeah, it has been 45 minutes. By the time I wrap everything up, it'll probably have been an hour. And then your boy Stanny has to... I got a whole list. I got a vacuum. I got to register a passport thing. I'm not actually getting my passport. I just have to, like, register it with the flight, so it saves me time in the airport. I have to shop. I have to print some emails. It's hard to read all these, actually. Oh, I have to clean the bathroom. I think, did I say that? I gotta do some laundry. Anyway, point being, there's a lot to do, which is why I can only do an hour today. It's not, last week it was legitimately because I was sick. I really didn't want to stream last week. I probably should not have streamed last week, but I'd promised Zane for, like, months that I'd stream on his birthday, no matter what, and to his credit, he showed up. He was here for the whole thing. I really appreciated it, and yeah, it was fun. But now, today is definitely more of like, if I don't cut this stream a little shorter than usual, I will be up until like very late, and I have to get up really early tomorrow because I have to leave work early to get things finalized. Anyway, anybody else remember the Victini event when Black and White 2 was released? It was a side quest made to be played at the beginning of the game. It was pretty cool. I do remember that. Yeah, you went to like the one island, and I think there was a Team Plasma member in there or something. But yeah, no, it was. I miss when they used to make events like in Pokemon, you know, like have, and part of me is like, I hated the fact that some of them were impossible to do, right? Like I've talked about in the past, the Celebi event in Soul Silver and Heart Gold with Giovanni is really unfair because it's like, it gives you a whole lot of backstory, and like, it's something that's really important, I think, to the villain and the rival, and it just, like, it really goes a long way. And it's a good battle, too. It's a cool battle. It helps, like, bridge Kanto and Johto even better, in my opinion. And yeah, it gives you a lot more context. And the fact that that was an event is really, really lame. The fact that Arceus was, like, an event kind of that you couldn't trigger unless you, like, you know, hid stuff, or Darkrai, or things like that. But if they made them available, like if you could get like a boat ticket, like you used to be able to do, like a Theon ticket in Gen 3, for example, and you could get that through like a Wi-Fi event that's only available for a while. If it's Wi-Fi, I'm all for it. If it's not Wi-Fi, if it's like you got to actually show up to a place and get this, that's unfortunate, because most of them would only happen in big cities and things like that. But anyway, my point being is like, yeah, I miss it a little bit though. I definitely would be remiss if I said I didn't miss it. Like, just, it was so cool, and the legendaries felt more powerful and real in a weird way. Yeah, just having like a whole event around a certain Pokemon. Mind you, the Ultra Wormholes are kind of like a way of that in the newer games. Like, I love the Guzzlord one, and how there's the backstory of like, it's an alternate dimension where like a Muck got mutated and destroyed the world, the planet, basically. Like, I think that's so cool. And I'm glad they kind of did bring it back in a way. But yeah, it seems like a lot of the time it's like, oh, for the mythicals at least, it's like, oh, just pick it up at a Pokemon Center. It's like, no, we want like a real cool narrative-driven, like plot-driven thing, you know? I'm planning on collecting every first-party GameCube game. Nice! Sonic Chow killing it. And now he's nowhere to be seen. That's true, actually. Poor Entei's been like on the cusp of hitting level 42 for such a long time now. Alright. Entei, you're going to be the one to use the netball, because your attacks will kill. And you're going to use Yawn on the Masquerain. There we go. I did a marathon of Go today. I managed to use 102 berries. Wow. I can't wait until the crutch go away. Crutches, that's crazy. You did that all on crutches. That's very impressive. Nice. Oh, also nice we got the Heracross. We got one more after this, baby, but maybe we won't even need it. We will see. Masquerain killing my Entei. That's fine, though, because he's about to just reset. Let's go. And... Nah. Still not shiny. Still not shiny. We got one more hope. One more chance, my friends, before it all goes down. It all goes down before I go away for a long time, and it takes me a while to be able to get back on this hype train. So let's go. Let's see what we can get, my friends. You found your old copy of 1,000 Year Door. Nice, nice. I love that you're into Nintendo collecting. I think that's really cool. Good game. I have yet to play it. It's really bad. I love Paper Mario. Played that as a kid. I love Super Paper Mario a lot, actually. One of my favorite Wii games. Legit. Along with, like, Brawl and Mario Galaxy. It's probably in my top 3. Well, I like Skyward Sword, too, actually. I know a lot of people don't. I felt like a beast by the end of that game. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, it's among my top 5, for sure. Super Paper Mario for the Wii. It's so good. So good. But anyway, let's go. Don't you know the 3 rules of your stream? 1, make Barley cry. Of course. I think don't mention well, that's not true. That's not a real rule. Don't mention DK64. I can mention that as much as I want. 3, don't disappoint Squid. Oh, why am I disappointing you? Oh, because I didn't play. I see. Sorry, I thought it was more like you were upset that I made the Skyward Sword comment. Skyward Sword is terrible. No, it's not. It's actually a fantastic game. Mind you, the backtracking is ridiculous. The way your weapons break, like Breath of the Wild, it's okay, weirdly enough. And it's one of my least favorite parts of Breath of the Wild, actually. But it's so much worse because you have to actually, you can't just, find them. You have to, craft them. And which means going to Skyloft and riding a giant bird that has awful motion controls. So I agree, there are issues with Skyward Sword, but I do love that game. I love the narrative. I love the characters. It's my favorite version of Zelda, even more than the Breath of the Wild one, though they're close. Breath of the Wild is definitely a runner-up, but it might even be my favorite incarnation of Link, to be honest with you. I am a big I love Breath of the Wild, too. Breath of the Wild is a better game, hands down. It is infinitely better than Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword, I have a very soft spot for it, and I actually really do love it. But like I said, there's some dumb stuff. Let's fill up this forest level with water and then swim through and get, notes as a Link. Doesn't make any sense. I hate that part. And wow, we caught that first try. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I can actually drum up hype for once. This is the final Heracross that you or I will see and encounter until I'm back from my trip. I don't know when the next stream will be, but I would imagine it's probably 3 weeks from today, whatever that might be, number-wise. But without further ado, thank you for putting up with me through October. As I mentioned, it's been a rough month, and I appreciate you guys still sticking by me, even though I've been a lot more uncommittal to this quest, and I'm still very much committed to it. It's just been a lot going on, but I appreciate it. I love you, and let's figure out what the heck is going to happen here. Will we have to keep going when we get back, or will our curiosity be satiated right now? Let's find out together. It's a blue. It's a blue one. I already got 2 blue. I need an extra purple. I need two blues, 2 yellows, 2 purples. I mean, it tastes kind of more red. But anyway, yeah, unfortunately, that is not a shiny Heracross. I wish it was. Maybe it's got perfect IVs. Maybe it has Pokerus. I don't even know if you can get Pokerus in this game. Probably. I don't know. But what I do know for sure is it is not a shiny. It is just a regular blue Heracross. It's got Swarm as its ability. It's also holding an item. Do they all hold items? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to find out when we eventually catch the real deal. But for now, just thank you guys so much for putting up with me. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight, hanging out with us. Yeah, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week, a phenomenal weekend, and I will see you guys soon. But yeah, I love you. I love your faces. And as I always say, from the bottom of my heart, happy hunting, baby rhinos, and please be safe and be kind to somebody else. I don't know, someone. But anyway, love you. Peace.